Yo, what up, YouTube? It is Major G, and this comes as a major surprise to me. I get it's Open Road. Yeah, Open Road Films is in the process of. I don't know if they're in the process or they're doing. They're probably in post production right now, guessing from the fact that it's supposed to be released in October. But Open Road Films is making a Max Steel movie, which is like, that's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane. And that's because, for those of you who might not know, in the around the turn of the century, which is weird to say, but around the turn of this century, the 21st century, there were two competing shows, two competing animated shows. I believe they were both CGI. I know Max Steel was definitely CGI, but I don't remember if it's what's the word I'm looking for? Counterpart. Its rival or counterpart was CG as well. But there were two competing shows. One was Max Steel. The other was Action Man. And Action Man was on Fox. And I don't remember what channel Max Steel was originally on, but it might have been Cartoon Central. Or not Cartoon Network. It might have been Cartoon Network, but I'm not 100% sure. I forgot. I completely forgot what channel it used to be on. But basically, these were competing shows, and I actually had to rewatch the intro to this to remind because I actually watched both of them. I actually started with Max Steel, and then I moved on to Action, and then I also started watching Action Man later. But Max Steel was a show about this guy who, basically, he was the new Bionic Man. No, not Bionic. He was the new $6 million man, basically. That's the essential premise of the show. He was basically the new $6 million man. He was this guy who, and if you don't, I know a lot of younger people might not know, but the $6 million man, aka the Bionic Man, from the show from the '70s with Steve Austin. Steve Austin was the character. Lee Majors. Lee Majors was the actor. The show with Lee Majors that made him a household name.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
But anyway, so Max Steel was about this guy who got hit with nanobots, and the nanobots gave him superpowers. And he would go around the world like fighting these guys, and he did a bunch of extreme stuff at the time, which was like sky surfing, and he would like surf down buildings and like climb buildings and all this stuff. I had to rewatch the opening because I couldn't remember. I remembered Action Man. I remembered the premise of Action Man, and Action Man was the one who Action Man was able to see every possibility that there was to do stuff, that was actually really cool. Honestly, I that was one of the things that got me into Action Man. It was really cool. Like all of us, like something would happen, like some explosion would happen. All of a sudden, time would freeze, and you just start making all these connections to all these different things.
Action Man stops the poison and saves the world, but Now he can't save his friend. Or himself.
Amp it up!
Amp it up! Amp it up! Action Man! Action Man! Amp it up! Amp it up! Action Man! Action Man!
Time for action!
Like he'd like turn into basically like MacGyver, and he'd just be like, "All right, here's a screwdriver, there's a nut, and that's that," and he'd just like throw the screwdriver at the nut, which would bounce off the wall, and then like hit a light bulb, and the light bulb will fall, and then the glass will hit the ground, and the one of the glass from the light bulbs will like hit a switch, and which will it was Action Man was crazy stuff. But anyway, Max Steel was great too, and I'm kind of interested to see what they're gonna do with this, because I wasn't aware that Max Steel was all that popular. Like I didn't. Well, I mean, of course it was popular. I don't know if popular was not. It wasn't. Let me put it this way: it wasn't like He-Man. Like it wasn't like this major thing that that I didn't feel like it was this major thing that somebody would remember from way back when. This almost feels like John Carter, in that like some guy, like some director who was like a super big fan of the show, was like, I want to make this movie and share this and share share my love of Max Steel with everyone. Which was the only problem with John Carter. Like nobody knew what it was about. Like the guy just expected people to know what it was about, and nobody did. That's why it didn't do well. Because otherwise, it was a great movie. But anyway, wasting time on this. Alright, so let's get into this reaction. It is Max Steel from Open Road Films. The first official trailer. I am so looking forward to this. Here we go. Let's try this again. Max Steel, trailer 1.
Max. Fresh start.
Fresh start number 9.
No one moving around.
And we have a new student, Mr. McGrath. Max McGrath. You're not Jim McGrath's son, are you?
Why does everybody in this town know more about that than I do?
So it looks like they're going in a different direction than the show.
To find a way to harness energy beyond anything that mankind has ever attempted. He was right on the edge of a breakthrough.
What's happening to me?
Max?
No, stay back!
My name is Steel.
What? You speak English.
Max!
My mom is coming.
Is my mom dangerous?
He's in high school then.
You gotta clean here, bud.
Did you do
Because
this to me?
in the show, Rex was a he was a full-grown adult.
Max, you can use your energy in many different ways.
Please tell me he's going to say going turbo.
Faster. Be stronger. And I haven't even shown you the best part yet.
What? This is awesome.
You're welcome.
Wait, what?
Max,
Sophia.
you okay?
Yeah, just really late for my,
This is boring.
my Zumba class.
The girl appears to cause increases in heart rate. Perhaps you should avoid contact.
Perhaps you should shut up.
See, she has made you angry. The Ultralinks are here to destroy the Earth. And your energy is the only thing that can stop them. Time to suit up. Coming in hot, Max!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
You have to learn to control these powers.
Go right.
Let's go left.
No, let's just go straight then.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely the old Max Steel.
Your father believed he could save the world. It's up to you now, Max.
Steal now! Go turbo!
Oh, he said it! He said it! He said it! Oh my god!
You okay?
Yeah. A few more bruises than usual.
Going turbo! So, this is definitely different. They said that this is Mattel, which is interesting. I didn't actually realize. So I guess that's something that makes Max Steel and Action Man even more competitors, because I know Action Man was originally started as a toy line. I didn't realize that Max Steel was a toy line as well. I just know it from the show. In the show, he was a full-grown adult, and he had a dual identity, and like Max wasn't his actual name. Max was his transformations name. So he actually changed his looks. Whenever he would actually become like Max Steel, he would change his looks, and because there was like Josh, or his name was Josh or Rex or something like that. That was his real name. And then like when he would go Max Steel, he would completely change his looks, and he had like a whole different set of stuff. And he in his regular life, he like pretended like he didn't have any of the powers or anything. But when he was Max Steel, that's when he used all his powers. So I definitely knew that was him, because I was starting to doubt, because they had the nano, it looked like it had the nano bots all around it, and when he was flying, that wasn't like, like Superman flying. He has like a jetpack. Max Steel has like a jetpack or something, and he flies with that. And then what also threw me off was that in the show, he doesn't have a robot buddy. He has a nerd buddy. And the nerd is the guy who helps him train and all that stuff, and like sends help, and like he's like his which one is it? Q. Is it Q? I think it's Q from Bond, who gives Bond all the gadgets and stuff. The nerdy guy was like kind of like his handler, or his Q, or whatever the character's name is. And I think I don't remember if his father was in the show, but yeah, so they're definitely going in a different direction. And also in the show, because he changed his looks, he never had a helmet. Max Steel never had a helmet in the show. Like he had like a suit, but he didn't have like a helmet. So that threw me off too. So, but they definitely threw in the going turbo, because that was his catchphrase. His catchphrase was going turbo. So, so that was, and then like when he went turbo, that was when he like started. He not only like his powers enhanced, like they were already enhanced, and then like they got even better. So, I'm very curious to see, because this almost looks like it's an indie movie. I know Open Road is smaller than most than the bigger studios. So I'm curious to see if this is truly going to be like an indie movie, and it's going to be like a limited release or something. but this is something I will probably have to see. I'm mostly out of curiosity, but they've definitely made some changes from what I remember, and that's not always a bad thing. Because, and especially if it was a toy line, you can go in pretty much any direction you want, I guess. I just didn't know it was a toy line. I know it from the TV show. And so yeah, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the trailer? Have you ever seen Max Steel before? Are you familiar with it? Did you play with the toys? Do you know more about the toy line? Because I don't know about the toy line. Like, I know, and it's like some of the stuff I know were toys before they were shows. Were Action Man. I think Stretch Armstrong was a show. Mighty Max. Mighty Max was awesome, by the way. Like, I remembered seeing the toys, like, when I was a little kid. And then, like, when the cartoon show came on, yo, the cartoon show was awesome. Oh, that cartoon show was so good. What else do I know was a toy line? I think He-Man was a toy line before it was a show. Transformers was a toy line before it was a show or a movie. That's all I can think of at the moment. And of course, Battleship. Battleship naturally was a toy line before a game. It was a game before it became a movie. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think of it? Are you planning to see it? And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and until next time, I will see you guys later.
One guy. There's some loud. What is that? Who's that guy? What is the deal with that?
Hey, what's going on? My man, this video.